So it's 15 minutes after 11. This is the third and final hour of the show. We're about to give you some interview tips, okay? If you have an interview this week or sometime this month, we will set you, okay? So if you've got an interview, this is for you. And we're giving real between the lines advice, okay? How to craft an elevator pitch, sell yourself without selling your soul, and actually be yourself. Okay, maybe let's give it let's act it out, Ganman. Yeah. Who wants to go first? Miss B?
Okay.
Yeah. How to pitch yourself in an elevator. For those who don't know, maybe you are in an elevator, you met someone who is a business person, like a prominent businessman or a businesswoman, and maybe you just they tell you about their company and that they're looking for people, right? They are hiring. How would you sell yourself?
I will start with my confidence.
Yeah.
Firstly, I know I can trust that one. It never disappoints.
Confidence code.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then get down to my skills in selling, marketing, and sales, even though I'm going to lie a lot because I know nothing about
I mean, sometimes we lie and it helps, honestly. Yeah.
So I'm going to get down to my skills after showing my confidence because I'm going to be showing out, I got this, I got that, and I got even references. Now I'm going to have to go look for fake references.
But I mean, it's happening now in an elevator. You have a minute, because how long does an elevator take? Maybe from the 5th floor to the ground floor. Yeah. It's
I give Utos my numbers. Hey, girl.
Do your thing.
Do your thing. When they call, just say, I know Miss B knows her. Miss B. I got the job.
Yeah, Bella, how would you?
I think actually this has happened before to me.
Yeah.
With radio.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Lo muntu lo uthembise manager. I know someone who can pull the job and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I got a call in the morning, and it was COVID times. And they were like, "Hi, we hear that you can do radio and stuff like that. So what do you know?" I have experience in Kulgabi.
Yes.
I have experience. You want me in news reading? I'm there presenting. I have the vibe.
Yes.
Everything. Call me anytime, I'm ready. The guy was like, okay, that's nice. Fantastic. I'm calling you now so that you can prepare yourself now because we need you in the studio now. Guess what?
Now.
Not me turning, listen the FM on,
Really?
taking the notes.
Yes, how do you do it? Because you just lied and said, Okay,
I know
it
the
was not
things
really
now.
lying, but I mean, you added some spice.
But what did I know at that time?
Nothing.
I didn't know how to write the news, how to compile the news, how to present. Where do I start when I present? I didn't know anything, guys, because even radio, I didn't listen to it. But I knew Ndate Tusomataung. Obviously, we know him.
And he's a classic.
Yeah. So I didn't know anything. But I'm like, presenting, I got the vibe. But anything, you the one
energy.
Yeah. I mean,
and they were like, "That's fantastic because I'm calling you now because
we need you now. Imagine. I mean, we lie on our CVs these days. You lie about the experience that you have. You lie about your references, and I've heard a lot of people say, "Mina, I've lied about the number of years of experience I have in this field." And that time I've never even worked a day in that industry. But I got the job.
They're gonna give you the training.
Yeah.
Even though you have experience, but they're still gonna give you training.
They'll train you there. So
lie. Lie until you make it.
Yeah. So
And
now
look at me now.
okay, so elevator pitch 30 seconds maximum. Right? So you have 30 seconds to pitch. So this is who you are plus one real story and why this role. Ne? Practice in the mirror or record on your phone. no jargon, right? Make sure you have at least 5 soft skills like time management, communication, adaptability, emotional intelligence, teamwork, and problem solving. I think those are the top ones, right? Which are very essential for career success and interpersonal effectiveness. Now, these abilities, often considered core skills, relate more to personality and interpersonal behavior than technical training. So, I mean, you can't bring technical skills while you can't work in a team. You understand? You have to be a team worker or a team player, right? Number 2, sell yourself and be yourself. Now, they want skills, but they hire humans. So share a failure that shows growth. That's the line most people miss, okay? Don't say unnecessary things about yourself. You lose their attention like, oh, I traveled to Mozambique.
With what?
Why? Okay, how is it relevant to the job title or the role that we are hiring for? You understand? You went to Mozambique to do what? How is it going to help you in this field?
Were you in vacation?
I was there for a vacation and I spent 10K already. Irresponsible. I spent 10K on shoes. Okay, come on.
What do we add?
Come on now.
You have money, get it.
So make sure not to add unnecessary things, okay? So this week's action, make sure you research the company's values, not just Google the CEO, Guti. This is the CEO. You understand that? You also need to know about the background and the values of the company, right? Prepare 2 questions that show you've thought deep. Because at the end of an interview, they will ask you, do you have any questions, right? And some are really expecting you to ask questions. And not just any question. You could see, how much is the salary? What time will I knock off? You understand? Already you have not been hired, but when
you want to knock off.
I asked that question in my second week in this job.
Really?
I didn't even know when I'm getting paid.
Okay, but a second week, But
that's when I started knowing, oh, okay.
Not in an interview. You can't be asking, what time do I knock off?
I wait for the contract. Okay, not really, but you have to compile your questions. But I think questions mostly come when you have a contract. Then you know your questions. Or go to, so Mina, I do have questions in my interview, but I wait for the contract
first. But I think some of the questions you can ask are like, maybe one of the questions can be, why do you think I'd be suitable for this role? You understand? Would I be a suitable candidate for this role? And ask other things.
I think that those are based in the way they see you. I don't think they will be able to answer it on the first day or how was. We don't know.
I need to now taking from how you answered the interview questions. Okay. So they look at that and they take from there. Go to, okay, she was able to answer this question in a way that we wanted her to answer. So now they can see good you are suitable for this role or Ronjan. You understand?
I get that.
Yeah. Hey, Yane, so if you're preparing for this interview, make sure that you are well prepared. Okay.
Really.
From the outfit that you need to the dress code. Don't go to an interview miniskirt. Unless it's an entertainment industry, but not gonna.
Or cleavage.
Cleavage. Now the interviewee, the man, is now focusing on the chairs.
But you have to hire because you was looking there.
I just
everything.
I wanted to ask you, don't you think it would be an advantage because they look at your chest and be like, hey, you're hired. They're distracted.
Mara, I can expect something after you're hired. You see him.
There was this storyline, especially like in Harvard University, where you had to like make a video of yourself and then what you do and what you think. So in most of these videos, the girl was wearing a bikini. So and
Mara.
like she was showing it's like she can swim, so she was wearing a bikini, not like a usual swimsuit. The way people like.
Wait, what was the job title? What kind
of
a job?
She wanted to be in media. In Harvard, she wanted to study radiology in Harvard. So. When she go into interviews, people like to be part of her brand, they will like she'll be wearing these skimpy clothes, And then the directors are all looking at the videos, and when they all look at each other, see, they've been looking at the wrong, like with wrong intentions.
Yeah.
So they were like, I think we should give her a chance. Yeah, we should give her a chance. And
Wow,
they
it's also
all-
when their mind is just
They
like
all
somewhere else.
agreed. They all
Yeah.
agreed. They were like, okay.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. But dress code is very important.
Yeah.
In an interview, also learn some interview etiquette, man. Like
Yeah.
interview etiquette. But when you walk in, don't just grab a chair and sit down.
Yeah.
Wait for them to
Stand
say,
until-
may take a
Yeah.
seat. Yeah. Even if they ask you questions while you're standing, stand. Because they
Yeah.
did not offer you a chair. Yes, you understand that.
Yeah, did you guys like in school? Nilibala tutudu.
What's that?
To do high part.
Exactly.
What is that?
I
guys?
even
It's a
acted
book
it.
in grade 12.
Okay.
It's a Sutu book. And then Tutudu just came to the interview. He wanted to be a teacher. And when got into, he started introducing himself. He started like talking about his experiences, how he started.
Before they
Before
could
the
even say
questions-
anything.
Before they even, and then people had to repeat she had to repeat the answers because he already told things. Singambuzanga. Manje, the questions are coming.
Okay, but how do you just walk into an interview room and start talking?
And he got
Are
a
you not
job and he
nervous?
changed the school.
The school was
It was
now
a
like
corrupt
this.
school. He
And then
turned
it-
it into something big.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was now a school.
I'm sure they did not regret giving him a chance.
Yeah.
Even though we figure out Papa, what is
Ututudu.
it? Tutu.
Yeah.
What kind of a name is that? guys?
And it means, I don't know, a hill
it's
or
an
something.
ant hill.
Yeah.
Oh, istooling in my language. We call it istuli. An ant hill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stool. Manje tutu.
Yeah.
Why would your parents give you such a name? Was it a
The
nickname?
name,
Mangikhula lapho ngaba yenzani?
the name was
Ngaba
not given by
khashe.
his parents. He was given like by, was it an aunt?
Yeah.
Her parents had
That
died. So Tutudu was ugly.
Ah,
He was
ma.
black.
They said he was very, he was not brown, he was
But then he
black.
was
He
black.
was, like
And you
black,
know,
dark,
black-
dark in
Exactly.
complexion.
And you know, dark children, ugly children. 609. Get that.
But he was short, but he will always
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
So, yeah, but
be seen and stuff. That's why they called him Tutu.
So what's in when
I mean, I would change that name, Shemi.
Like he loved the name because like it helped him.
Yeah.
It grew him. And the story
was
is kind
like
of
the
painful.
appeal.
It's painful, but then it's also nice. It shows it's like no matter how much you're going through in life, you're gonna make it if you don't give up. So
Assist.
Yeah, ne. Anyways, we just gave you tips, ne? The elevator.
yeah.
Also, I think it's going to help you if, let's say, you're going for an interview, Vele, and then you bump into one of the interviewees in the elevator, right? And they're asking you, and you say, I'm going to the 5th floor, I have an interview. And then they start asking, okay, tell me about yourself. And then you sell yourself
Yeah.
before you get to the interview. By the time you get in there, maybe he would have told others about you. Because you see that one.
Also
You
be
must just
nice.
be kind
Yeah.
and smile. And
What if like uhlangana boss yakho, you don't know
You don't
that's your
even
boss.
know.
And then you disrespect and then mawufike office and you see the person. I'm not gonna hire you, my guy. You disrespected me.
when you're going to disrespect
Or
people.
sometimes I think people should be ready for interviews anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because
Yeah, always be
sometimes
prepared.
you are out, maybe at a restaurant or something, and you just there, you know, you chilling and stuff.
Yeah.
And someone starts saying, "Oh, you look nice. You look." Maybe they will say, "You look like a fashionista," and you're like, "No, I'm not. Actually, I do this." And they're like, "Oh,
You're
can you please
hiring.
tell me more?"
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
interview Clar, because probably the company is looking for
And then
someone
you
like
exchange
you.
numbers.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
Give me your number.
Always be
Because
a good
actually, that's
impression
what
of
happened
yourself.
with me and my baby day.
Just lay there.
Okay. Yeah, it's 11:29. We're going to close it off, Lana. And then coming up next, we have your trending topics and updates, right? Because that's what we do normally in the third and final
juicy
hour.
stuff.
Okay, the juicy stuff indaba. So ke singabuma mgobhozi sithanda indaba. Okay. If you have any trending news that you would love to share with us or you think we should touch on, 067 0706 882.